Hey y'all. If you're tuning in, I'm just breaking you read from the title, you know why we're here. And so at first it was a whole lot of things that were rumored. So I was like, oh, I don't want to report on this, but it appears that Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival has turned into a hot mess of an organized unorganized mess. And yeah, so let's look around. Just seen it. Yeah. And so I'm sitting here like, sorry, I'm not on camera. I normally am, but listen, it's really late over here, and I know it's late on the West Coast and so on. But yeah, I was sitting here and I was like, wait a minute, I wonder if anybody knows about this. And it's really hard to get information about this. So apparently, let me share the screen with you. Apparently, there was a situation earlier today where people were uh, pushed and shoved and trampled on. What I'm reading so far, allegedly, let me find Miss Allegedly because I don't have time for it. What I heard earlier today is that it was just very unorganized. Crowd control was not good and all of that. And it sounds like it carried over into the evening and people were just, yeah. Rumor has it, hey, Everett, are they still performing tomorrow? From what I understand, I'm seeing rumors that they are not performing. They've already canceled it. It has turned it from what I understand, and I'm gonna share the articles and stuff with you. But from what I understand, um, after the concert, I guess people bum rushed the stage, and then there's reports of people on the ground. They're being trampled over. Some of them aren't moving. Some of them aren't. Um, yeah, y'all get the picture. There's only so much, YouTube will let you say. But hey Gilda, so let's get into it. Yes, Trash Can Waves, I'm back on because it's breaking news. You know how I do. So yeah, Astroworld 2021. So no, I'm not on camera as I normally am. Come back tomorrow. So anyway, this is I wanted to go, okay, let's listen to what he says.
The 8 that are confirmed, so the medical examiner has completed his investigation. But we are in the process. Houston Police Department is sending units out to the hospitals to identify these patients, okay, these fatalities. What we ask the community right now is that if your family member was at this event and you have not spoken to your family member,
you know it's going to be a bunch of
we
kids.
have
I
a
hope you know that.
reunification center that's going to be open at 8686.
It's going to be a bunch of children,
That's
unfortunately.
The Wyndham Houston Hotel. 8686 Kirby. It's Kirby at 610. We will have Houston Police Department, Houston Fire Department, medical examiner personnel there to assist in providing information, filtering information of those patients that were transported to the hospitals. So if your relative, family member was at this event and you have not spoken to that individual, please, you can go to 8686 Kirby. That is the reunification center. We will have units there available to assist in providing that information. The Houston Fire Department had over 55 units responding to this event. Okay? That's on top of what the event promoters had established for the event.
From what I heard,
they did have some transport units.
Very.
Of course, they were
some of them
overwhelmed.
Hold on, let me.
Crowd started
there you go.
out. As I mentioned, over 300 patients were treated at the field hospital that was set up out here.
An unorganized mess.
Quickly overwhelmed. The Houston Fire Department stepped in
to
provide the assistance and fill the gap that was needed to provide the treatment and transport for those patients. I cannot say enough about the incredible work that the Houston Fire Department, the Houston Police Department, the law enforcement that was Live Nation that was out here did in trying to secure what was really a chaotic event. That's what we know right now. I'm going to turn this over to Chief Finner, first of all, so he can give his briefing, and then we'll open it up to some questions, okay?
Thank you, Chief. just want to say a very sad occasion. Nobody could dream of this.
No.
But we're here, and I think it's very important that none of us speculate.
A lot of speculations and rumors going around on Twitter. There was an incident earlier today that could have been a precursor to this. Like I reported, if you're just joining in, hey y'all, hey, I'm sorry I'm not on camera, but it's about 1 o'clock here in Phoenix. So anyway, yeah, people were reporting how unorganized the event was earlier. People were jumping fences allegedly, and just security just could not keep up with the demand. And so now this time of night, the concert is over, and people, from what I understand, I'm going to play this so you can keep listening, but it was as if they were trying to storm the stage, and people in crowd surf and everything. And unfortunately, we have a bunch of injuries, and it looks like a loss of life.
Even have identification on some of these individuals. So my job as a chief of police is to make sure that we find out what happened. We will treat it as an investigation because we don't know. I have investigators out here on the scene. I'm sending investigators to the homes, to the hospitals, because we just don't know. And we will find out. So pray for these families. I think that that's very important. Everybody in our city pray for these families. And we're going to get through it. But we're going to do an investigation and find out, because it's not fair to the producers, to anybody else involved, until we determine what happened, what caused the surge. We don't know, but we will find out. And is there anything criminal? We've heard rumors of people injecting some people of drugs.
Yes, I did hear that.
So I want to check all that out. We'll open up for questions.
They're going to have their hands full with this one. Yes, Lauren, there is footage. From what I understand, it is very gruesome. And as you know, I can't share it here. I don't know if my little piece of monetization is going to fit on this video anyway. But, you know, my job is to report the news. So let's keep watching.
Yeah, we made plans. And let me just give you some numbers right quick, because I know that was going to come up. We had 367 police officers here assigned today, 241 security officers. So a good security plan. But again, I want to determine and look at everything critically and just see what happened. And we don't have those answers. So it was on the news today. We did have problems on the front.
Yeah.
Kids, for whatever reason, started rushing, and it got out of control a little bit, but we got it under control. But I don't think this incident is related to what happened that caused the deaths. Okay? Anything else?
Hey, Chief, what about tomorrow? Will Astrofest continue?
No, and again, I want to thank.
That answers the questions that some of you were answering. It is confirmed. Astroworld Day 2 is canceled. So as I reported earlier, it is canceled. And again, if you're just jumping in, hey, welcome, come in, have a seat. Go ahead and like this video, share, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. But I'm normally on camera, but it's pretty late, and y'all see it's breaking news. So let's learn about this together. I'm going to try to hunt down some more video.
If their families can't find them and can't show up here, is there a phone number for them to contact?
We don't have a phone number right now because I don't want them just calling the hotel. But that location, the Wyndham, 8686 Kirby.
Listen, this was a Travis Scott collaboration, Fortnite, and all of that. My fear is that this is a bunch of children and young people that are hurt. Not that it matters. That's not what I'm saying. But y'all get what I'm saying. Like a bunch of kids. And so, yes, there's a lot of rumors flaring around about drugs, everything. So I'm glad that they came out and did this press conference. So let's keep watching. This is the actual Houston police, and this is what I was looking for.
With the information that they need. That's what we need the community's help doing, is spreading the word about the Wyndham Houston, spreading the word about if you don't know where your family member is who came here, you need to pay attention to this. You need to get them identified. You need to figure out where they are, and then we'll run through the rest. And no, I'm asking these same questions. You know, was it connected at the the issues at the entrance, the census, that that those were, some that happened very early, whereas this catastrophe was much later. But all of those questions are being looked at. Tonight's focus, though, needs to be on the families and on the lives that we lost, many of them extremely young, tragically young.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Any other questions? Yes, sir.
I'm with myself. I'm with it when I'm right, and I hate when I'm right. But you guys heard it from her. These are young, very young individuals.
Around where the situation was happening. Do you have information on that?
Well, look, again, that's still everything's still under investigation. I do know that Chief Satterwhite was present up front. I'm not sure how much we can divulge at this time. That wouldn't be speculation. But at some point, the show was stopped when the crowd was surging.
Again, and Chief Satterwhite, if you want to speak as well, they did cooperate with us, and Travis Scott did. And you correct me. Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Good evening. Yeah. So once we started having the mass casualty incident where people were starting, we started having CPR on several people, and it happened all at once. I mean, I know Chief Pena mentioned 938. It seemed like it happened with just over the course of just a few minutes. Suddenly, we had several people down on the ground experience some type of cardiac arrest or some type of medical episode. And so we immediately started doing CPR and moving people right then. And that's when I went and met with the promoters and Live Nation, and they agreed to end early in the interest of public safety. So yeah, we did do that.
Any more questions?
Total casualties. So here's what we know. We transported 23 people. We had over 300 patients that were seen at the field hospital here at the on site. We had we transported 11 of those transported were in CPR in progress, and we have 8 confirmed fatalities at this point.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's throughout the day. Yes, sir. So the mass casualty incident was triggered, as I mentioned, right after 9:00.
Yep.
This evening. 17 of the 23 transports happened after that MCI was triggered. 6 transports happened before that throughout the day for just various medical issues.
But the 300, Chief, to clarify, that was the mass incident.
No, the 300 was yes, that was including the mass incident and anything that was seen throughout the day.
So the 300, I mentioned that a little bit earlier. Apparently, they had issues with people storming the plate. Like they just weren't prepared for the crowd, it seems like. But also, I'm getting a little leery about it. It feels like there's something else going on, and I think Trash Can Waves, you kind of alluded to that as far as perhaps something chemical or something for people to be like getting injured that quickly. Okay, he's speaking Spanish.
Problemas médicos, sí, que ocurrieron a causa de los que atendían, que se estaban, how do you say, crushing.
Sí, empujando a llevar a la muerte.
So it sounds like, because I know a little bit of Spanglish. It sounds like he's explaining the incident as I described before, where they had a lot of people being injured. And as you can see, it's being confirmed that 8 are dead from a stampede. Now, earlier today, as I stated earlier today, they also had incidents. So this has just been an ongoing all day thing where they've just really had to get in control of the crowd control, making sure they have enough police officers. And as he stated, typically speaking, they had enough people on patrol there and available. But there's just going to be a lot of turning heads going on. There's a lot of unanswered questions.
Como le digo, 8 han fallecido.
Let's see what else I can find.
Sí, sí, problemas cardíacos, no sabemos hasta que hagan la investigación, la autopsia. Vamos a ver qué fue la causa de muerte, pero sí sabemos que estaban...
So anyway, I will let him translate. But if you're just tuning in, welcome to my channel. It's Melissa of Real Talk with Melissa Berrien. It's pretty late here, but you know what? The news goes on and so do I. So I wanted to make sure that you guys are aware. I know I have people that follow me, subscribers. You are in Texas. If your children, your loved ones went to this festival, my hearts go out to you, even if they make it home safe. I pray that they make it home safe. But as they are interpreting this into Spanish, I just want to let you guys know, catch you up, in that it's breaking news. There's at least, so there was an incident with at least 300 people. There was an incident with at least 8 people dead, and then multiple injuries. And so we just heard from the chief, and he was saying how I want to say 17 people were rushed to the hospital, but for different reasons and different things. Again, this festival has been going on all day. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything. The festival has been going on all day. So, yeah, I speak Spanglish. So, yeah, the festival has been going on all day. And so, here. I can't talk when he's talking. So, respectfully, the festival's been going on all day, and there was a report of an incident earlier today. People jumping fences to get into the festival. The crowd control out of control. I read several tweets, and I'll go back to it and I'll read them to you. Of people just really complaining about the policing and crowd control. Well, about 9 o'clock allegedly after the concert, everything just went to hell in a handbasket, and this is what the results are. I'm gonna pull up some of these tweets because of course tweets are live and there are people who were actually there. So let's get some of those going. All right, they're done. So if you're just tuning in, oh, there we go. So that's done. We're done with that. So again, Fidel, yes, people go crazy over this concert and it ain't even all that. You know what, Fidel? I thought it was just me. I was like, okay, I almost didn't cover it. And I remember when it first came out a couple of years ago or last year with the kids and Fortnite and all of that. It's huge for the kids, I think that's what it all boils down to. Overhyped. I think a lot of people agrees with you. Yes, Trash Can Waves. Telemundo. I'm still inside because of my immune system. Gilda, a lot of people are still inside. And I'm just curious of what was going on at the 9 o'clock incident that caused people to just literally appear as if they just passed out. That is what the gentleman just said. And so I'm not making that up. He was just like, it was almost like something was sprayed in the air. And that's what I read on Twitter. So let's get into some of these tweets. I speak Spanish, so I understand. Yes. If you're just tuning in live, this is Melissa Berrien of Real Talk with Melissa Berrien. And one of the things that I do on this channel is that I do bring breaking news to you. And so that's what I'm doing. Breaking news, giving you guys a space to talk, giving you guys space to share what you know with me, but also just really, if you're stressed out about it, come on, let's talk about it. Universal Legend says, my dad is working as a security guard there. So firsthand. Prayerfully, he stays safe. Prayerfully, whatever the heck is going on, if it's chemical or whatever, because that's what it was kind of alluding to. And a couple of tweets said that. So, yes. And hopefully, I mean, 8 is enough. So hopefully that will be it. And my hearts and prayers and everything goes out to those people. But Universal Legend, shouts out to you, your dad working this. Again, hopefully he will stay. Yes. Yep. I'm going to get down to you, Ryder. I see what you said. What the hell? Trash Can Waves. Produced by MJ. Is day 2 canceled? Yes. Day 2 is canceled officially, according to the police chief that we just saw. The news, what is that called? The press conference that we just saw was actually in Houston. This was not an affiliate station or anything. It was actually the Houston Police Department. And so he confirmed that the day 2 is canceled. He confirmed that there were incidents all throughout the day. He confirmed that they were overrun. He confirmed that there was something very fishy, very funny, literally right after the concert ended. Something just didn't seem right. Again, that's what I read even on Twitter. Someone was like, you know what, this feels a little, druggy, overdosey, that type of thing. Okay. That part I'm alleging. And who are the death charges going against? Travis NRG Park? I don't know. The police chief just said that he's not going to, that Travis is definitely cooperating. And again, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't even expound on that. I can only give my opinion and say, unless he was actually the one doing all this stuff, it's not his fault. Absolutely, the charges will not go to Travis, I don't think. Sad, 8 confirmed dead. Yep. Any inside lowdown Universal legend? Oh, yes. Bring it on, Universal. Lace drugs. That's what the rumor is. I'm gonna go to Twitter real quick so y'all can see what Twitter is saying. So, Patrice, you're just joining in. If you like Patrice, just joining in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button. I am normally on camera. Somebody said it's all his fault. Okay. I don't think so. And you know what? I don't think it's his fault. It's bad. Hopefully he has some sense of a conscience where he's already feeling bad, And so again, unless he is directly the one that did some of these things, I don't think it's his fault. It's up to the city to provide the protection. It's the ordinance, the guarding, the control of the crowd. So absolutely. So let me head over to Twitter. But as I was saying, if you are just tuning in, it's your girl Melissa here of Real Talk with Melissa Berrien. Those of you that are subscribers, I'm normally on camera, and but due to the time of the time that it is in Houston as well as here, no, I can't get on camera. But come back tomorrow, and I don't know. Tomorrow's not my normal filming day, but y'all get the picture. So anyway, someone says, can you talk about what happened? I've been talking about this the whole time. So yeah, let me keep talking. Patrice Garner, Trash Can Wave says, mass stampede at Astroworld, Texas, possibly drugs involved or an attack. Yep. I need to throw you a wrench, Trash Can Waves, because baby, somebody in here talking about they love me. And I don't know about that. Let me throw a wrench. Let me throw a few wrenches. There you go. And there you go. All right. Do your thing, Chicken Wing. So anyway, someone said no. Someone said it's not Travis's fault. He pays people crazy. Yeah. Money to get it together. Okay, crazy. He pays people crazy money to get it together and make sure it's safe. And here's the thing, y'all, when you have an event somewhere, you have to get permits. You guys know this. Like, well, maybe you don't. You have to get permits and everything. So there's only so much that Travis Scott can do to protect himself and those that he is inviting to do whatever performance or whatever. And it's not even Travis Scott himself. It's the company backing him. So that part. The other part about that is then when Travis says, hey, city of whatever, this is going to be Scott, the Kardashian, let me show you him. Patrice, you know who it is. Hold on. I got Twitter up now. Hold on. I got Twitter up. Trash Can Waves, you still here? Because I threw a wrench at you. Travis Scott. I want to say, I don't want to name which Jenner's, the rapper. Travis Scott, American rapper. Let me show you. Let me take that comment down. Share. So I want to get into these tweets. So hang on. Hang on. Of course, people will forget about it by Monday, definitely by Tuesday. But the people that lost their loved ones won't forget about it. So anyway, this is Travis Scott. He's somebody's, one of those girls. There it is. Kylie's the father of her child, and the one that she has on the way. So anyway, I'm done with that. So anyway, oh my God, just checking in. Was it an attack? You know what, Kim? There's a lot of rumors going on, and even the police chief that we just saw on camera, he said, they can't get ahead of the rumors. There's rumors of, yeah, there's rumors of a whole lot of stuff going on. There's rumors of laced drugs. There's rumors of a stampede. Well, no, the stampede has been confirmed, but there's a lot of things that people are speculating because the way it went down. Now, he didn't really say it was an attack. It doesn't really feel like it was attack, but in those situations, there's a lot of stuff that's passed around and whatever. But I'm leaning more towards a stampede and a crowd that has gotten out of control. I'm leaning more towards that. There will probably be a lot of people who will hate him from now on. His festivals probably won't be the same. I don't know why you know what? No, I'm trying to think as a parent. Okay, so if I let my kid go to something like this, which I wouldn't, but if I did and this happened there, I would be more concerned about the crowd control and the company that was security or whatever. This is not Travis Scott's deal. So I wouldn't necessarily be mad at him unless he literally said, hey, I'm going to have this event and I only want 5 cops there. Absolutely 5 cops, police officers or crowd control people or security. Other than that, it's not his fault. Fire up the lights. Thank you, Trash Can Waves. Keep it PG in the chat and respect the married woman. Thank you, sir. I mean, you listen. And as much as you flirt, no one with any sense would held this against him. Could have been anyone's concert. Exactly, Cindy Rose. Nobody. Like, you just can't do that. Can I call in? I think it's crazy that Travis should be dragged for this. Yes, baby. Let me drop the link. And this is just for Lauren. The one time I have her on, I'm not camera ready. So anyway, I dropped it. Gilda is giving thumbs up. Thank you. The festival was dope. Glad I was near the back. Oh, good. I'm glad you were in the back. And I hope you made it out okay. Okay, so there we go. So that's everything. 9 people. Oh, okay, so now it's up to 9 people. Crowd control out of the gate was not up to par. I seen people get trampled on television. Yes, I unfortunately cannot show that on YouTube. So I'm just giving the play-by-play. We just watched. You're gonna have to rewind. Oh, okay. So you looking like I am.
Yeah. It's this late. I got ready for bed and I started browsing and I saw this, and I am a news buff. Like I stuff like this is something I look for. But when you told me that there were some tweets, I went to Twitter and I actually saw a video, not of the event, but a person that was there, and he was explaining just like the atmosphere and how he felt like he knew something was wrong. And I don't know how many people. I know a lot of people just haven't been on stage before, but even on a smaller scale stage, you really cannot see into the audience. It's all the lights are there.
Yes,
and you think you can see, but it's like looking into an abyss, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, not to mention he had all the fire, everything, right? And so, and you have all the in-ears in your ear, so you can't hear the crowd, right? You can only hear your band in your ear and your what's on your microphone.
Exactly.
So, they're it's unfortunate. They're going to try to find someone to blame. He is probably the best person. 1, because he has money. 2, because unfortunately he is a minority, right? Like they're going to just probably pin it on him because he's just the perfect person to blame.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. I did see maybe like a 10-year-old passed away, but like that's crazy that there's young people out here late at night for a rap concert like that.
Exactly.
So yeah, I just wanted to call in because man, like I want that they need to just go ahead and just like cancel all
the
festivals,
days.
even like COVID being like definite thing, but also like, just y'all.
It would be the respectful thing to do.
Yeah.
For sure. And I don't know. I mean, you did see where the police chief was talking. Like, they are stressed. I don't think they could take anything else. You know what I
No.
mean? I don't think they can take anything else happening. And like I said, well, you went to Twitter, and so I'm headed over to Twitter now and sharing that on the live when we get off. But from what I saw on Twitter, people were saying they knew it was going to be a problem from earlier today. Like, people were jumping the fence, and I'm like, this was terrible. So yeah, do me a favor, because I'm curious. Put in the private chat what festival is in
Oh yeah.
Vegas, because we're super close. But I'm not going to no darn festival. I mean,
I only got it. It's a 3-day concert. I don't know how long
Oh, okay.
But I only bought tickets to the one day because I'm not built for that.
Yeah.
But still, and I've been to a music festival before. I went to the Miami Jazz and the Gardens Festival. Granted, that is a older crowd because it's usually older people.
I'm from Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still a festival environment. And I went with someone, so it wasn't bad. And I was like, I could probably do this again, but I don't know what in my right mind was like, go somewhere in Vegas.
Yeah. But thanks for coming up, girl.
Thank you for letting me come.
Oh, absolutely. Good night, sweet. Bye. FXNSI. I don't think they should cancel it. That's messing with this money. And if people are going out of control, it's not his fault. That's a good point. That's a really good point that you make. But at this point, they're asking for trouble if they let day 2, day 3. Although people might be like, oh, we learned our lesson and we'll chill for day 2. But right now, to be honest with you, it's a crime scene. It's a scene now, so they can't even go on with the festival at this point. There's an investigation. It's an active scene of an investigation. So on that, I can see they can't go on. The show can't go on tomorrow. This is going to be crazy publicity for him. Absolutely. I think that, and that's really weird how that happens in America, but it sure does. Gilda says, I'm so sorry, Melissa. You're welcome. I'm like a fly in a bottle right now. No, you're fine. I don't know what you're apologizing for, but don't. No. Wise Owl says the world is already out of control. Y'all want to see the tweets? I already got them up. I'm going to see Tyler, the Creator. Okay, so you're going to the Vegas. Oh, okay. Day in Vegas. Okay. I think I'm too old for that. I ain't got time for it. I'm the type, I'll just be at the casino or watching the kids go. I don't think they should cancel. Okay, so we got that. There was an age limit. Okay. Dalen says Trav will probably take the blame, but it's not his fault. I agree. I don't think it's his fault. I don't think it's his fault at all. And I'm not saying it has nothing to do with color or whatever. If it could have been, I don't know. It's just not his fault. It's not his fault. The fentanyl getting out of hand. We'll see. We shall see, because guess what? That was a lot of what was rumored. Even the police officer was like, hey, I heard stuff was being passed around. So again, if you're just joining in, welcome to my channel. I see a lot of new faces. I am Melissa, Melissa of Real Talk with Melissa Barron, and I'm normally on camera. I'm normally here, but this is breaking news in the middle of the night, and so I wanted to report on it. I want to give you guys space to talk about it. There's a few of you that have loved ones there. There's a few of you that was there. So I wanted to give you space, but also report the news like I normally do. As you come in and have a seat, make sure you hit the like button. Scroll through some of my past videos, and maybe you'll like it, and then subscribe. So anyway, Lauren says the cops will probably need to call for reinforcement from other cities and counties. I don't know if they have enough manpower. You know what? From the looks of how stressed they look just at that press conference that we just showed, listen, I don't think so. Thanks, Trash Can Waves. he's only going to come back stronger anyways. The haters are just going to help him gain more attention. So when he comes back and drops a song, he'll have all eyes on him. Exactly. 100%. And again, I don't like him and I don't dislike him, but I know that he is the young kids are a huge fan of Travis Scott. Because, and especially this festival and Astroworld and all of that. So I just fear that there are a lot of injuries related to and young children that have been injured. And if I remember correctly, the police chief did say that. Houston crime has quadrupled during these past years. I'm ready to move to Africa now. You know what? It's getting that way. I always joke about it. I go, you know what? Wakanda sounds real good right now. Coco Channel, you believe that? Okay. Kayoko Channel. I don't know. I didn't see that. Sure about that? Yes. Okay. So, oh, Kayoko says also will be a lot of C-19 cases. There may or may not be a lot of masks going on or whatever, but at this point, that's the least of their worries, I would think. I heard 8 dead and 23 hospitalized. Welcome, Layla. We just got finished listening to the live press conference with the Houston Police Department, and there were other entities there as well. And I think that from the start of my live stream, it was reported, 7 or 8, and then it turned to 9. I think by the end of the night, we are definitely going to hear, unfortunately, probably of more deaths, but definitely more injuries, because if I understand correctly, one incident involved like 300 people, the police chief said. Okay. And then they transported over 20 some odd people to the hospital. So if you're reporting 23 hospitalized, yeah, this is just ongoing. I think I come to the news and hear about Wakanda, how they all pass. We have to wait and see, because when you because they're at a concert, and as the police chief said, there's some people that got trampled. There's some people that got trampled, and then there's some people that it appears that there's rumors going around, as the police chief said, some things may have been laced or whatever. So again, I think that's just going to go case by case, unfortunately. Yep. Yeah, Layla, it is very horrible. Very, very, very horrible. I think that this is going to be, once we get down to it, it's going to be very, very sad, because number one, the age of the victims, for one. Number two, they just wanted to gather and just be in the astro world and do what they do and just have fun. And so think about the amount of PTSD, trauma, when incidents like this happen. At that point, no one wants to go anywhere, because they're like, I'm stressed out. So let's see. This is a travesty. So sad. I agree, Patrice. Deaths at concert isn't a new thing. No, it's not. It's not like it should be normalized, but he shouldn't be targeted for this. Exactly. You know what? FXN, I know that stands for something. I know it does. But anyway, FX, I agree with you. I think, unfortunately, you think rapper, trouble. And so it's almost like aha gotcha moment right now. They can't wait for it to be about, substance abuse and things being laced and whatever. And it could just be people, like I said earlier, it was being reported that people were jumping fences and doing all this kind of crazy stuff to get in the concert. I think that we're going to find negligence kind of similar to January 6th. I'm not getting political. I will ignore you. As a matter of fact, I will delete your comment. I'm not trying to get political tonight. I'm too tired. But almost like, the insurrection, they just overtook the Capitol and the police weren't ready. I think that's what happened. It's kids. They want to go in. I still think zombies, fentanyl zombies. Okay. Prayers for Amsterdam sacrifices. Okay. Jeffrey coming in with a good, cute conspiracy theory. Prayers out. He's like, it ain't a conspiracy. Don't come for me. What? Hey, Melissa, I really wish that we built an I'm a droid, like the robot in the cartoon movie, The Invincible, to help the crime in America. I know, Donovan. If only it was that simple. You're absolutely right. And I don't even know if this is related to a crime. Again, I think that they had to cancel tomorrow because it's an active scene. Like, it's an active investigation. It is fluid. It's so much going on right now. They're just trying to clean up and find casualties and find the injured and get to them as best they can. Because again, if you're just tuning in, we heard from the police chief where he said, one incident involved 300 people. So can you imagine having to filter through 300 people to find the injured, unfortunately, the casualties or whatever? So yeah, performances should be the responsible for their performances. Yes, Enigma. I agree with that. They can be responsible for their performances, but I don't think that they should be responsible for the venue. That also, in the sense of, I don't think Travis Scott said, you know what, just give me 4 security guards and let's hope for the best. That's up to the city. That's up to the venue, and that's not up to Travis Scott, I don't think. But more will come. More will come. It started when he performed the Phoenix All Sacrifices. Oh, okay, okay. I can't wait for martial law. Okay. Okay. Jeffrey Lane, don't get too weird on us. Listen, okay. Um, okay, child. They weren't ready, almost like they didn't want to be ready. I wonder why. Child, y'all confusing me. This is so sad. Exactly, Sunshine Shishi. How you doing? Good to see you again. Again, if you're just joining in, go ahead and hit that like button. That's the least you can do for the channel. Stick around if you're not weird. No, I'm just kidding. We do weird over here. Donovan's, if you're willing to trade your freedom for safety, you end up getting neither. Come on, Trash Can Waves. So tragic. It is tragic. It's not funny. It's not, and there's a lot of tweets that are really making light of this, and it's just disgusting. And I have a weird sense of humor, and I can definitely find humor in everything, but not in, it's too soon. It's like when too soon. No, it's too soon. And some stuff I just don't joke about. Sunshine is saying, wow, no cursing. Do you think this could be compared to the Fire Festival? Well, no, because the Fire Festival never happened. So that's worse. I mean, Travis, from what I understand with the Fire Festival, it was hyped up to be all this stuff, and then he didn't produce anything from housing to a concert. So yours truly, I understand the question, but I don't think, no, it can't be compared. I seen a couple of my Facebook friends posting their kids at the concert tonight. I live in Houston. It has been very dangerous over here. Yes, my son's girlfriend is in Houston. Not, I don't know which part, but anyway, I don't even know if she knows about this, but she is a teacher, and so I'm thinking, okay, hopefully her kids are okay. So yeah. I don't have, doggone it. I unplugged my stream deck. Ding, ding, ding. That's the sound of the beast. That's for Trash Can Waves. Thank you so much for showing your girl some love. I appreciate you. And like he said, for the breaking news, I do what I do because I love you guys for that. And I love you too. So thank you. Trash Can Waves, I get weird and really when I get sleepy. Remember last night? So listen, start telling everybody, love y'all. So anyway, so no, yours truly, it does not compare. And speaking of Trash Can Waves, y'all make sure y'all go check out his content. Now, it's not for the faint of heart, okay? So if y'all are new over here, I'm just saying, hey TS, how are you? TS came in and said, what happened? So if you're just peeking in like TS and you're coming in and you're like, what the heck is going on? Well, my friends, you read from the title. Travis Scott's Astroworld has been riddled with a travesty and just overrun. Crowd control was out of control allegedly, which ended in some incidents that happened earlier today. But also something happened when the concert ended at 9:00, where people ended up being there was a stampede. And from what I understand at the last report that I read, 8 or 9 people have died, but also the police chief. So you're gonna have to rewind a little bit because I played the whole press conference, and the police chief has concerns about a lot of different things as far as the rumors are concerned, because right now the rumors are swirling. Even before I went live and I was investigating, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys what are facts. And up to a certain point, I couldn't find any reputable news station reporting on anything. So yeah, TS, it's horrible. People are definitely getting sued. I didn't say anybody wasn't going to get sued, but I don't think Travis should get sued, is what I'm saying. They said it happened after his smoke and fire show. And what's crazy is most pyrotechnics and fireworks come from China. And I just read a report out of India where the air is toxic after fireworks. The air is very toxic after fireworks. And when you think about it, when there's mass pyrotechnic, I don't know, shows or whatever, they really don't recommend that you are like right up on it. You know, think of Disney, think of, you know, Greece, Australia, or whatever, 4th of July, you know, they tell you back up, but especially on this level, you know, it's very toxic on this level. Okay, anyway, Regina King is hosting tonight, everyone. Okay, you calling me Regina King? I just said that the other night. Donovan Ball, once you give up your freedom. Okay, we talked about that. Yo, I was there. Brett Bain, come on now. Tell us firsthand, Bain, what was going on? What's going on? Bain says, y'all stay safe out there, though. No, Bain, you stay safe. The host looks famous. I am famous. Regina King's got a great movie on Netflix. Hey, Adrian, good to see you. Trash Cans Wings, I know you're coming from, and I know where you're coming from, and I understand. Yeah, Donovan. Thank you for the first-hand account on news. You're welcome, sir. Sounds very suspicious. Rab, here's the thing. You guys are just tuning in. We just watched the press conference. Even the police chief was like, listen, there's a lot of rumors swirling, and it sounds suspicious. A lot of stuff does. And now I see, okay, now Donovan, I think, or Jeffrey, I don't know which one of you said that it happened after the smoke or whatever. Now I'm connecting the dots of what you're saying. Okay. I completely am connecting the dots. Got it. Gilda says, good morning, Adrian. And I'm being compared to Regina King again. That's fine, because she's cute. She's cute. So anyway, let's go to Twitter real quick. Because again, my friends, I will be back. And those of you, you know, my regulars, y'all already know, like we're going to be on it. But I want to let this unfold. And so there will be updates. But right now, y'all, those of you that are just coming in, you didn't see the police chief and his buddies, his comrades around him. He and they look stressed out. Like, what the hell just happened type thing. So with that being said, I know that if they are confused, the rumors are swirling, they have a lot to unpack and to secure the border. So the border of the concert venue. So if you're just tuning in, yes, tomorrow is definitely canceled. I do not know how they're handling refunds and all that other stuff. All I know is the police chief definitely said that it is canceled. You see the Black Cowboy movie on Netflix. It was awesome. I will watch it, and then I'll do a review on it because I heard it was good. 45 in the chat, in and out. Let's get 50 likes up. Thank you, Trash Can Waves. Let's get these likes up, y'all. Okay. Get these likes up and welcome to my channel. Hey, and since you're here, let me hit you with this. If you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. Right now, do it. Some of y'all are like, hey, it's Regina King. Some of y'all are like, hey, it's this one. No, it's Melissa Berrien of Real Talk with Melissa Berrien. And you see it. One of the things that I do on this channel is I bring breaking news. So that's what I just did. Bruh, what is this? What it look like? What it look like? Where's the news? We just got done going over the news, okay? Trash Can Waves, you slinging YouTube water-rated riches, and I'm over here slinging real life wrenches and doing plumbing. Okay, sis. Okay. So anyway, if you're just tuning in, or if you've been around for the past 10, 15 minutes, you know that we saw the press conference. We reviewed what was going on. And so, yeah, there's a lot, and I have been reporting on the news. So if you like what you see, and again, I'm normally on camera. I'm not one of those off camera YouTube channels. So take a look around, see what I'm about. Go ahead and hit that like button on this video. That's the least that you can do right now. But in the meantime, let's take a look at Twitter. Okay, so y'all too. I can't. I don't even know. Y'all listen. You and Adrian. All right, let's look at Twitter. All right. So I like Twitter because Twitter will give you, thank you, Gilda. Be like Gilda. Be like Gilda and hit the like button. That's the least you can do for the channel. So anyway, let's look around. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're caught up, and I'm trying to keep you caught up. So let's stay on task here. We spoke to the police chief. We spoke to his the fire chief, and there was other people around him, and he gave us the news. So in a nutshell, we have at least 8 dead, at least 20 to 30 people were taken to the hospital. The entire incident throughout the entire day spanned well over 300 people being treated and or hospitalized or dead. Okay. So, okay, well, if you listen, Blasty, you got to listen. Okay. Who is Travis Scott and what caused this? Poor security. David, I think poor security, to be honest with you, because again, if you're just tuning in, the police chief just had a press conference and he was just kind of breaking down his day. And to be honest with you, this started, and we're going to read some tweets about it. This started earlier in the day. People were jumping the fences, people were entering, it was just a mass overrun of the capacity. And so they just really couldn't get a hang of it. So now that's during the day. The night comes, it's time for the concert. The concert seems to have gone on without major incident. But what happened was the police chief said immediately at 9:00, all hell broke loose. And it ended up like people were literally passing out. But also, as people were passing out, there were people storming the stage. So there's a lot of components going on that was happening. And so, like I said, to answer some questions, tomorrow, the second day of the festival, is officially closed. They are not having it. Now, I think that's obvious, and I think that that's something that they should do because it's a crime scene. At this point, it's an active crime scene. Okay. And so it needs to be investigated. But the second thing is, even if no one was injured or anyone died, I think that we got to get this security together. Okay. Adrian, Alondra says, I've been to Astroworld before, only one time. I got a VIP, which is the front row crowd. I lost my little brother in the crowd, and when Travis Scott performed, I was squished and couldn't breathe. Wow, Alondra, I am so sorry. Okay. Wow. Thank you for commenting that and just really giving us your firsthand account. So it's probably safe to say that you did not attend after that, because that would have been super scary, especially losing your little brother. God bless you. Shout out to Forge Man for the super chat, supporting greatness. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Absolutely. Trash Can Wade says, Alondra, call in, give us your account. Well, she was there a year ago. She wasn't there tonight. We need what's his name? His dad. We need his dad on here. Legend. Rest in peace to all who passed away. Absolutely. I was lifted out by 2 men, and a security got me and I left. Girl. I'm sorry to hear that, Alondra, because I'm sure you're watching this and you're like, I'm not even surprised. You're probably not even surprised. Wow. Firsthand. Y'all hear it here, folks. We're getting firsthand. You scroll up. We have people that were there. We have people who have parents there working security. Yeah. Jeffrey says it should have been at a football stadium. I think so too. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all tell me about the venue. Alondra, what's the venue like? Like, is this, because in my head, I'm thinking this is not a football stadium. It definitely should have been at a professional football stadium. So, okay, leave a comment down below. Could Travis be held responsible because he didn't rent out the football stadium? Do you think? Leave a comment. Let me know. Rest in peace to all the lost souls. Absolutely. Lauren says, just saw a video of a girl begging a staff person to get them to stop the concert and they wouldn't listen. Wow. And you know what? That sounds a lot. Thank you, Lauren, Melissa. Thank you for reporting what you see, because as you know, a lot of stuff, folks, if you don't know about YouTube, is that I don't want to get any type of dings or for lack of a better term, because I'm showing something graphic. And so I can't show you the videos that I have seen. I can only describe them in a very cryptic kind of a way. But Alondra says, yeah, I don't think I will return. Thank God. I told my little brother before we separated, meet me back in the VIP section. Thank God, girl. I'm glad you are safe. I'm glad he's safe. And I hope that you're not getting triggered in any way by watching this. But like I said, if anything, you're probably like, man, I knew this was going to happen. And then the fact that Lauren comes in and she's like, hey, people were begging for them to stop the concert. Okay, now this is getting messier and messier by the minute. I wondered the capacity, the limit, if it was full. Diego, it sounds like it was full. I haven't even gotten to the tweets because you guys have been super amazing with the comments, and I'm kind of interacting with the comments. But I read a lot of tweets where people were like, this is crazy. It was unorganized. And this was way during the day. Okay. So yeah. Trash Can Wave says, that's crazy. Laura Melissa says, apparently the place used to be Six Flags until they tore it down in 2005. So I assume it's an open, big field. Yikes. Should have been in the football stadium. Should have done it. I agree with you, Jeffrey. I agree with you 100%. Alondra says the whole thing is just outside the NRG stadium, not inside. Wow. Not good. So do y'all think that, I don't know if you guys are following. I don't know if I asked you guys this, but I'm going to ask it again. Do you think that Travis could be held because of the type of venue that he chose? Can he be held responsible for anything? Like, I still don't think so, but you guys leave a comment. Let me know. The whole thing is just, okay, you said that. Alondra, I attended back in 2019. You know, but in 2019, that was the craze of Fortnite and everybody. So it probably was just as packed, just as popular. And so here we are, years later, and we're still dealing with situations like this. You were there in 2019 and was separated from your little brother. And today sounded just as crazy. And again, from what I read, it was crazy during the day before the concert had even started or whatever. And so, yeah, once the concert started, I don't know. I don't know. This sounds absolutely deplorable. Yep. And listen, I tell you this, it may not be Travis Scott, but heads are going to roll on this one. Hey, Laura Melissa says, I did hear they oversold, but there are videos showing kids hopping the fence and plowing through fences. Thank you, Lauren Melissa, my co-host, for the night, my co-anchor. I have her out in the field. You heard it first, friends. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, Laura Melissa just confirmed what I reported early on in the live stream. Yes. Earlier today, people were reported jumping fences, plowing through fences, kids hopping over. So yes, they were probably overrun, max to capacity, and just really didn't know how to take control. And I'm gonna tell you, you know what? I'm gonna take a moment and defend the security right now. Y'all know that these are some badass kids nowadays, okay? Generally speaking. These kids don't listen. These kids don't even listen to their teachers half the time. And I'm saying in general, my kids listen. They wouldn't, our children would not have even been out here because I'm triggered. No. But with that being said, I can't even imagine them trying to get a hold of these kids. those cops would have been memes and everything else. So this isn't going to go. This is crazy. Nah, they always be making those contracts where they're not responsible to have insurance. Okay. Sad. I'm guessing most of these are young people. Yes, they are, David. You're absolutely right. And welcome to the channel, David. I hope that you're enjoying the content, enjoying the conversation that we're having. This is breaking news. If you guys are just joining in with David and you're getting into the conversation, and then there's Jeffrey, welcome to my channel. You know, I'm normally on camera, but it's late where you guys are at, and so I needed to bring this breaking news to you guys because this is going to be, I think it's going to end up being bigger than even what it is now. So I wanted to make sure that I brought this news to you. And as time has gone throughout the stream, because I've been streaming for an hour now, and as time has been going on, everything that I have been saying has been confirmed. Shouts out to Lauren Melissa, who's out in the field reporting and bringing back confirmation. Now, again, if you're not quite sure about YouTube and you're like, why isn't she showing the video? I can't show the videos because there's a thing with inappropriate or traumatizing videos and stuff like that. I just can't share it. So I am, in a nutshell, giving you guys the summary, letting you know what I found out. And if you're just tuning in a little bit after the stream, go ahead and rewind a little bit, because I did stream the Houston Police Department's press conference, and the Houston police was there, the fire, like everyone that was involved. And one thing I can tell you, you have to rewind and watch it because they looked stressed. Okay. All right. You sent me an email. Okay. Let's see what our correspondence in the field is giving me now. Y'all hold on a sec. Oh, wow. She's sending me. Okay. So again, I just want to confirm that I do have the video. Again, I cannot show it. I absolutely cannot show it because of YouTube limitations, but she's right. Security staff, this is what I'm reading. Security staff at Astrofest tonight was practically useless. Y'all heard it here. I already said it. This is a security issue, friends. Saw unconscious bodies being dragged out of the mosh pits while the show continued. Before, if you, like I said, you got to rewind. That is what I reported earlier. This has been trending on Twitter for a while. But the thing is, you know, as you know, you got to make sure that you have reputable information, and no major news outlet was reporting it. Well, Melissa found breaking news in Houston, and she found it. So anyway, horrifying and heartbreaking. The girl is begging the staff to do something and stop the show because she saw somebody die and it was ignored. And that is what I'm looking at. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Adrian says, real talk, in trash can waste, in my opinion, there is never anything more important than the safety of a human body and a human life. Absolutely. Picking a cheap venue area too. True, Jeffrey. You're right. I only attended because my brother really wanted to. You know what? All the kids wanted to, Alondra, back then. I mean, you know, it was the thing going for Fortnite and his collaboration, and he had the Astroworld, and wow, you know. So yeah, I can't imagine. She said, and I wasn't going to let my little brother go by himself. I took the risk and went with him. But after that, I wouldn't go back. I don't blame you, girl, and I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad he's safe. Absolutely. They could have used Dallas or the Texas Stadium. Also, they could have used baseball stadiums. People couldn't have ran in like that. That is so true, Jeffrey. You're right. You're absolutely right. But who's negligent in that? Like you said, is that on Travis for picking a cheaper venue in an area, or is it, you know, his people or the city to say, you know what, who's responsible for picking the venue? That's the question. Adrian asks, you think they may make him liable even though he's just a performer at a venue? I don't know. It just really depends on who was in charge of security. This is a security thing. This is absolutely a security thing. But then can you sue Travis Scott for the security company that he hired? I don't know. Trash can waves. Based on what I'm hearing here, I am doubtful that there were enough insurance coverages to mitigate the hazards and the injuries. I think so too, Adrian. This is not going to go well. Thank you, Lauren, again for the email. Feel free to subscribe. Stay home, stay home, stay home. Melissa Berry drops news like this on a regular basis. Thank you. Will, I hope you got that summary from you. Hey, Will, how you doing? So I'm going up the wrong way. So yeah. A stadium they couldn't have snuck in and run over play. Listen, they couldn't have it would have been hard for them to climb over into a stadium and bum rush it. And for an artist of his size and caliber, so to speak, why would he pick such a Rudy Poo venue with I don't know. I guess you can get away with stuff until you can't, because he should have rented out the stadium, point blank, period. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. How can they control 50,000 unruly people? If that's the amount of people that is being alleged that was there in that type of space, from what I'm understanding, firsthand accounts of people being there, that was the problem right there. Alondra says, before I got lifted and escorted to a safer place, the two men who picked me up, they were so nice to take care of me while in the crowd, and gave me water, and in the security front were handing out. Okay. So they gave you water. They took care of you. So that's good. That's good. That's really good that they took care of you as they were getting you out of there. So no, on that level, 50,000 people, let's just say so it's in an old Six Flags, allegedly. I don't know what the max capacity of that place is, but if there were 50,000 people, and we hear of the girl, I saw the video where the girl's begging for the concert to stop. There's just a lot going on. I can't. Concerts at stadiums have state police, etc. too. They sure do. They have the people in the yellow shirts, which are like, staff, and those people lining the stage. Then they have state police, local police. They have police outside the venue. Like, he should have had it at the stadium. Astrofest turned off comments on their posts. I bet they did. They hopped back to the side gates too. They did. They hopped the side gates. They listen, security was not ready. So I forgot who said that. I think Mikey or Mick or somebody, he was saying this sounds like security. This is definitely security as far as I'm concerned. Allegedly. Ever since COVID, there's a lot of crime in every American cities. I don't really know the statistics for that, but I guess promoters only care about counting money and nothing of people's safety. And this is proof. This is what this is looking like, because if the promoter wants to take home as much as he can, he's going to find, if he doesn't care about safety, he's going to find a cheaper spot. So yeah. Lauren, I'm going to check right now. She's like, oh my God, I just checked. I'm headed over there, but these concerts, I love the comments. Y'all know I talk. So I love the comment section. Well, you can't blame Travis for not knowing, not like he did a performance in the streets and a stampede occurred. Exactly. Okay, so here's the thing. Great point, Trash Can Waves. If Travis Scott went to Vegas and he decided to go down the strip, and if you know the strip, I want to say it's 4 lanes, 2 to 4 lanes. Is it 2-way? If I remember correctly. Jeez. 2 or 4 lanes. Anyway, it's a small space. So he goes down the strip, but he's like, you know what? I'm Travis Scott. And I'm going to get out my car in the middle of here. And he causes a stampede, people getting killed and all this other stuff because cars and all this. I think, yes, he needs to be held responsible. You're a mega superstar. Even when the other people would go through Vegas and do stuff or wherever they live at, they go with security. So yes, in that incident, yes. Alondra's like, oh my God, they did. Wow. Can't they get sued for that? Someone's getting sued. You better believe it, GOAT. Someone's getting sued. That's what I was saying, Trash Can Waves. Absolutely not. Absolutely. It's one thing to be awarded a civil judgment, but it's a whole nother beast to collect. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you could be awarded a whole lot of stuff. Doesn't mean that you're going to be able to collect on it. If the judgment debtor is insolvent, the judgment is basically useless. Yep. Can't get water from a turnip if it's dry or dehydrated or however the saying goes. I meant to say is that ever since COVID, there's an increase in crime for almost every. I understood you, Donovan. No worries. I understood you perfectly. The only thing is because of what I do, I can't confirm or deny that because I'm not aware of the statistics. But the beautiful thing about my platform is you do have a voice to say what you need to say and want to say respectfully. Speaking of my channel, if you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. Right now, do it. So y'all are tuning in. Again, I'm normally on camera. This is Melissa of Real Talk with Melissa Berrien. Among other things that I do bring the breaking news on the regular. And that's what we're doing in the middle of the night. And I am so happy that you are here with me as we unpack this situation. Well, what situation? Y'all read from the title. Travis Scott's Astroworld seems to have been met with I won't say mass casualty, but casualties and injuries and just mayhem, which seems to stem allegedly from security just not being able to keep a hold of the crowd. There was an incident and incidents earlier today. And then there was a separate incident after his concert, almost like clockwork, from what I understand, at 9 o'clock when he blew the smoke and all that other stuff. So do me a favor. If you like this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hang in there. We have a good time over here. Wave, Trash Can Waves, and the rest of y'all that are in here, my regulars. But if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Have a seat, like the video, and let's keep talking about it. Alondra says, my best friend attended the first time for Astroworld, and she said that people were sharing, the substance and charging $10 to smoke from someone else. See? And again, Alondra, I don't know how long you've been watching, but I started the live talking about a lot of these things that are being alleged and rumors at this point. So much so, when the police chief was on, they looked stressed. I can't even stress to you how stressed these people looked, but they looked stressed, and he was like, there's a lot of rumors that we have to unpack. So that's the sad thing about rumors. They have to unpack and investigate everything that they heard, because if you're hearing that people are passing stuff, lacing stuff, or whatever, and the way that people were allegedly just passing out as if something mysteriously just swept over that area. Listen, this is an active investigation, friends. That's the part that I really want to stress. So, for us to draw a lot of conclusions, we can't do that. We really can't at this point, because there's so much that's going to be unpacked. I haven't even gotten to the tweets yet. That's going to be the fun part, but give me a second. Yes, I bet the security and / cops are tired of this Astroworld event. Wow. I didn't even think about the fact that they're tired of the event, period. But yeah, when you tell me in 2019, you had the problems that you had. Wow. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, M. Reaper. Yes. Sadly, my cousin's best friend didn't make it out. Oh, geez. I'm so sorry. Big prayers and hugs to your cousin's best friend. If you don't mind me asking, M. Reaper, how old was this person? Because what I think that we're going to find is that a lot of these people were very young. And so, yeah. If the security company was negligent, perhaps they can be found liable and judgments can be collected. Security is a high-risk business, I imagine, and they should have insurance. Yes, absolutely. I think they're going to have insurance, but like you said, Trash Can Waves and the other commenter above, there were 50K people there. So we just have to see, because I don't think they planned for 50K, because you got to remember, people are jumping fences. It was a mess. This was a mess. Sunshine Shishi says, it sounds like that series on Netflix. Girl, what series? Lauren Melissa, she doesn't mind, I bet. What I don't mind? Tell me, I don't see what Lauren said. When I did partake years ago, I was always at home. Goat Dog, we can't talk about that on the stream. Thank you, Goat Trash Can Waves. You on it, okay? I was there today. Thank you, Alyssa. How are you? You know what, y'all? I appreciate those of you that are there, and especially M. Where are you? I can't find you. M Reaper, especially you. Thank you for taking the time to stop by my stream to participate in the chat. I'm getting a lot of people allegedly firsthand there. Yes, Drake was there, and they said all hell was beginning to break loose when Drake started. Okay. So yeah, I was there today. It was so packed when he came on stage. I started to have a panic attack. Another girl was able to get me and my brother out. People are pushing and falling over. Oh, Alyssa, I'm so glad you made it out safe. I know your parents are happy that you made it out safe. Man, yeah, Alyssa, I don't know. I don't know. I got to keep, reporting on the news, but I'm so glad you're safe. So glad. Hug your brother and your parents. And I'm talking to you like you too. I know you're probably a little bit older, but anyway, I'm glad you're safe. And so is Alondra. Alondra says, Alyssa, I'm so glad you're safe. What series? Yeah, the Netflix series. Whoever mentioned the Netflix series, please mention, bring it back up. Tell us which one it is. The crowd is so tight, you can't even move your arms, and you can feel the wave of the crowd pushing you. And yes, Alondra, that's what they were saying. They were saying that it's basically crowd surfing in the crowd, but it wasn't like it was the crowd actually crowd surfing each other. It's not the the performer being crowd surfed. It's too much. It's lit. Okay, Brian. You can't even. I'm glad you're all safe. Me too, Jeffrey. Me too. Um, Moderators, if you already know me, Trash Can Waves. Anybody coming here, making light and fun. These are firsthand accounts of people that were there that have also attended. And I'm not going to tolerate jokes about this. It's not funny. People have lost their lives. And I know for a fact that, I don't know for a fact, but I'm just assuming that it's going to be, young people. Not that it makes it better or worse, but please do not let those comments go through. So anyway, it's so sad reading these posts. Yes. Is Travis going to be arrested? Probably not. I don't know how he can be found liable for this. I'm scanning. Thank you, sir. Can Astroworld be banned forever because of that? Very good question. Very, very good question. Can it be banned? Well, I can tell you this. The city can say, we don't want you here anymore. If anything, it's going to be the opposite. What city would want him there? That's the question. But again, I don't think Travis will be arrested for this. I know people are itching for him to be arrested for this, but I again, this is no legal advice, nor am I someone who knows legal, but I know enough to know, like, what is he going to be tonight? When you think about it, what would he be arrested for? I don't know. Unless he incited this stuff. So yeah. Saw another video of them trying to stop it, but the cameraman is telling them no. Yes. So StarMade, if you are just tuning in, I just showed that. Unfortunately, my friends, I can't show that stuff because then it will be demonetized and all this other stuff. So I can't really show that kind of stuff, but I can explain it. The only series I know that can possibly is an Inside Job, the cartoon. Yeah, I don't know. I wish they tell it. That's the one I sent. Yes, Lauren. He knew something happened and kept going. Yes. We'll see. We'll see. Because, like I said, if it's found that he, like you said, he knew and he demanded that it kept going, now you're being held liable. But we just have to see, y'all. Again, tomorrow's canceled because this is an active investigation. The scene is active. They've got to break down evidence, forensics, all of that stuff right now. They're going hard right now. They're still with what is it called? Interviewing witnesses and everything. So there's no way this can go on tomorrow. Is it true that tomorrow Astroworld is canceled? I didn't know that's what you were asking. Yes, Alondra, it is canceled. It has to be at this point. Whatever company holds the insurance can sue Travis because the payout's going to be crazy. Good point, Cara. Good point. I didn't think about that. Now, here's the thing, Cara. Could he be would it be based on if he's found negligent or just period? You know what? This was your, okay, now my brain is going. It's almost what you're saying, Cara. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's almost like if someone gets injured at your wedding. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing to happen. It's not something that you planned. And as much as it's an accident or whatever, you still could be held liable for someone getting hurt at your wedding. Is that what you're saying? Leave a comment. Thank you, Lauren. Whew. Let me find you. Let me go on it to because I want to get in these. I want to get to the tweets. Say something, Lauren, because I mean it is. Okay, wait. There you go. Wait. My chat is going. Wait, no. There we go. I almost gave Cara B, girl, you gotta subscribe now. I almost made you a moderator. So Cara says, right, it depends on what's in the fine print, but it's possible they can try to sue him. Wow, very interesting. That would be unfortunate. And here's the thing, I'm not biased. I'm not biased at all. I just think, I hope that it's not, that he's actually the one that was like, man, forget that. We're going to keep going on. We're going to keep doing this. I don't even know why I'm doing his voice like that, but in my head, that's his voice. Okay. Thank you, Cara. Thank you, girl. But yeah, this is so interesting on so many fronts. As much as I hate that people have lost their lives and gotten injured, but what I'm hearing from Alondra and the other people that have joined the chat from my investigating before I went live, the venue, or I'm sorry, the security and possibly his handlers, yikes, could be held responsible. So Cara says it happened it happened in 2019. Insurance companies aren't going to keep backing the event with these things happening. Cara, I don't think you were in here, but if you scroll up or just scroll in, because the chat is going crazy, which I'm here for. But anyway, Alondra's in here, and Alondra was at the 2019 event, and she gave her firsthand account when she was separated from her brother, and it was a mess back then. And not only was she separated, it was the same stampede and everything. So yes, you're right. It happened in 2019. And what I was telling her is, because someone said, well, can the event be banned? And I don't think the event can be banned unless it's just found to be truly, truly negligent. But definitely cities can say, or states can say, you know what? No, not here. You got to go. Melissa, they can include Travis in the lawsuit, but the promoters are liable, allegedly. Okay, thank you. And I know you know. Oh, okay, yeah, I have to scroll up. Yes, girl. Like if you scroll up, there's a lot of people that were there tonight. Their parents were there tonight. One guy's parent is working security, but a lot of people in the chat, they were actually there. And then Alondra was there in 2019. So to me, it sounds like now I can see him be, let me highlight this real quick. I can definitely see him being held liable if he hasn't learned from the 2019 event. This is going to be crazy. Was Squid Games connected to a stadium or stampede in a movie by drugs? Listen, Squid Games is a whole nother conversation. This kind of like Puffy Bad Boy situation. No, I don't know. This is crazy. He can't do it anywhere else because the whole point is, oh, you're right, Cara. See, you're so smart. And your profile picture is super cute. So here's the thing. Cara is coming in with bringing us our thoughts in, and she's right. He's from Houston. I mean, you can't have Astroworld somewhere else. You're absolutely right. So if it's going to be over, doubt it would move cities. But you know what? There's a certain level of arrogance that happens with these promoters, because if this type of stuff was happening back in 2019, why are we in 2020 and people are still being stampeded, separated from their loved ones and everything? So yeah. Yes, we did hear this. I heard that a young kid aged 10 died because of the damage to his head. Yes. So again, friends, if you are just tuning in, at the beginning of my live stream, when I first started live streaming, I heard about what happened, but no major news network was carrying it. So I was like, okay, is this rumors? You know, because Twitter can be crazy, right? Snapchat. So I'm going to all my sources. Well, what ended up happening was, as I'm looking, I found the Houston Police Department's press conference. So you got to rewind, because we watched it, and yes, they confirmed that these deaths actually happened and everything. So yeah, people can't even enjoy events anymore. Exactly, Michaela Nicholson. Like, seriously, it's so annoying. And here's the thing, I'm not going to even lie. Like, I'm from Miami. And so there have been times where things would be kind of interrupted. And it happens. Y'all know it. I don't care what kind of festival. It's always one person, especially when alcohol is involved. But generally, for this type of incident to happen, and yeah, no. Yeah, it's just not okay. All right. Thank you, Trash Can Wave. Smash the like button on the way in. Support the information streams. Thank you. If you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. Right now, do it. Hey, y'all. Hey, hello to all my old friends. Some of y'all, we just got off live a couple of hours ago. Well, several hours ago, chit-chatting it up. But then we have some new friends who have joined in as a result of this story. So this is Melissa Berrien of Real Talk with Melissa Berrien. And I just want to say my official disclaimer that I'm normally on camera. But again, it is in the middle of the night in Houston. It is definitely in the middle of the night here where I am at. So I will not be joining you, and you can't see my beautiful face. But I wanted to make sure that we just walk and talk this out together. When things like this happens together in the United States, rather, the beautiful part about it is, number one, we can get news kind of instantly and as it unfolds. But the bad part about that is there's so many rumors. And so I like the fact that we are live and that there are people here that were there, that was there back in 2019, and it was a hot mess. And then, there was even someone in the chat where their dad is working security there. So we are getting firsthand information, and thank you guys that are tuning in. So if you like what you see on my channel, just as my little commercial said, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. It's fun over here, I promise you. So anyway, now that we got that wonderful stuff out the way, Kara, so okay. God bless those souls lost tonight. Exactly, Alondra. I can't even imagine how you feel right now, because it's probably slightly frustrating, because when you think about it, Kara just talked about the 2019 incident. You were actually there in 2019. And for that to happen to you, for you to be separated by your little brother, and it was supposed to, especially in 2019, because Fortnite was hot, and he's had this Astroworld thing going, and then it's like, okay, that happened to me in 2019. Why are we still dealing with this? So yeah. Jeffrey says it's crazy too, because people felt like dominoes on top of each other. That's sad, I swear. I agree 100%, Jeffrey. Like I mentioned earlier, the amount of PTSD and just trauma that's involved in incidents like this, because now the people are going to just really think about second guessing themselves about whether they want to go to a concert or whatever. Hopefully, this is just, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's going to be a lot. And, we just have to wait and see what's going to be said of the promoters, what's going to be said about insurance. Someone is definitely going to be held liable. Now, you better believe that. Someone will definitely be held liable. And again, as different people that are in the chat that are a little bit more knowledgeable about it, yes, they have insurances, the production company and management, they're the ones that secure the venues. So for those of you that are like really, really hot on Travis being held accountable here, he might be civilly. We have to see. Lauren says they're probably not reporting the real numbers to protect the first responders. I think so too. I think they're not because, the thing is, when I was just looking at the press conference, they just was like, we have to go out there and say something. That's what it looked like. They look like, man, we have to go say something to these people. And like they said, there's so many rumors going on. Michaela says, did the event get canceled after? I'd assume so. Well, Michaela, here's the interesting thing. The chaos started during the day. There were incidents during the day. The police chief mentioned 300 people. I know that people were jumping fences. They were, bypassing security. It was a hot mess earlier today. But what you got to understand, there was a concert that ensued. And what we're seeing right now is a result of the concert that happened. And as the police chief said, literally at 9:00, they blew the smoke and did the pyrotechnics, and people just started dropping like flies, stampede everywhere, and boom, there it is. So yes, tomorrow's event is canceled, but they didn't cancel after having dealt with whatever separate incidents allegedly during the day. So trash can waves. I'll work my way up the comments. Okay, here we go. I hear things got crazy once Drake came out. That's what I heard too, Cara. And I can understand that because again, and it just proves Jeffrey's point. And I understand hindsight is 2020, but Travis is too big of a star. Drake is too big of a star to have it in some field. Okay? Have it in a stadium. And you know what? I think also because allegedly the place that they had it was in a refurbished or broken down former Six Flags. I think that there's a certain expectation and decorum in an actual stadium. People go to concerts all the time. You know how to behave. You know what the expectations are. You're going to have that one person that tries to storm the stage, but everyone else is going to sit down and behave themselves. Not necessarily so when you're in a rundown old Six Flags. I'm just saying. Yes, it's an open area. See, no, that kills the mindset right there. There's no order there. Concerts can get out of hand, of course. But when you really, really think about it, it's almost like how people say your dress represents how you're going to behave to a certain extent, So you go to work casual Friday because it's casual, and you're expected to work, but not, it's casual days. So I think that if people go into the venue with the mindset of this is a stadium, I sit in my seat and I behave like I do in all the other events, things might have been different. But again, hindsight is 2020. Alondra says, in 2019, the crowd pushed down the VIP. Oh my goodness. The crowd pushed down the VIP gate, and I totally expected something bigger this year's Astroworld. Okay, so you felt it. I'm glad you didn't go. Jay, and Beyonce concerts at stadiums only. Yep, that's where I saw them at. People worried that their reputation, careers, and yeah. Exactly, David Mickles. Reputations, careers, and a whole lot of other stuff is on. They're on the line here. You can't even leave to go to the bathroom. Exactly. I imagine from what I'm envisioning, it's probably porta potties. Real talk, and it will be years before it's all figured out. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Next time, if there's a Houston's Astroworld Festival, don't be surprised if there's an incident to happen. Exactly. Because if we're going back to 2019 and we're like, oh, I'm not surprised. Well, if we're not surprised, then why in 20? No, so in other words, there was no correction. There was no corrective action that would mitigate any type of risk to happen in 2021. So that to me, yes, I think someone could and should be found liable as far as that's concerned. The issue is the tickets. Oh, really? The tickets are free. Let me read these tweets. Cara, you're not going to worry me. You're not tonight. I don't know why people were not letting EMS to their jobs and were jumping on aid vehicles. It's just sick. West Side Future. Let me finish reading your comment. He goes, I don't know why people were not letting EMS do their jobs and were jumping on aid vehicles, etc. So sick. Because sometimes I find that people in this generation that was probably represented there just doesn't take too many things very seriously. And you know what, whatever generation it was, because I'm not going to blame the young folks, all of them, but I do know that that's the demographic that was probably there. In a lawsuit recover damages in a situation like this, there will be multiple plaintiffs. Absolutely. There will be multiple defendants. Blame will be shifted back and forth. Absolutely. Back and forth, in and out, and everything else. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. And yes, it's going to be Travis Scott's name. And oh, no. And then it was his manager. No, you said this. Oh, and remember when they had the video and the girl was begging for you to stop the concert? I didn't do that. No, but Travis told me to keep going. Yes, absolutely, Adrian. It's going to be interesting. Open area. People were down at the back of the concert, so I can imagine people up front. Exactly, Jeffrey. So if you catch the press conference, he talks about the front and how it was just a stampede. And then, like I said, when I was reading and investigating and looking at the tweets, it's a hot mess. But they say the front, it was like concert over, boom, storm the stage. Yep. And so if people, like you said, if people were down in the back, I can't even imagine what was going on the front row. Okay. If those people were crushed against the stage and it still went on in front of Travis and Drake, then oh boy, exactly my point. That's my point. Me too. Twitter be the truth. Listen, Twitter real time. I listen. I love it. And that's one thing I do like about social media. It's like, okay, it's one thing for ABC, CBS, and all of that. But, I've been emailed videos of people actually being there. TikToks, people actually being there. It's sad, but I believe Twitter over that press conference. Yep. I really don't know. I didn't see or notice anything myself. Okay, so you were there. Allegedly, stuff like that was happening when Master P was up there earlier that day too. Yes, that's what the guy said. It was out of control during the day, but they kept the concert, the events going. It was the police chief absolutely said it, and my friends on Twitter said it. People on Twitter saying at least 100 people or more are probably dead. That's what I heard. And here's the thing, Cara, they're not going to tell us that. They're going to try to avoid that like the plague. But guess what? Twitter's going to get it out. So do you think this happened in an isolated side of the festival? Cody. So let me scroll up to see what Cody says. I don't do large crowds. So that's when I was talking about, the PTSD and everything that's going to usually accompany incidents, people that have experienced things like this. Absolutely. Trash Can Wave says, in an event like this, look for alternative exits, not the main ones. You don't want to pile at the door. Exactly. They're probably not reporting the real numbers, protecting the first responders. Okay. That's right. Melissa has a strict no cursing rule, so get creative. You better say boom, 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 something. My little brother just seen my message of Astroworld incident, and he just told me he won't be going back again. Whoo, good. What the Funk said, I got mad family in Houston. You know what? Prayerfully, they weren't there. Prayerfully, their loved ones, and that sounds kind of selfish, right? But the truth of the matter is, What the Funk, I hope your family is safe, Yeah. And they're probably, with an event like this, they probably know someone that was there. Jeffrey says it's like one big wave of people falling and crushing against the stage. Then the people falling in a human mosh pit. Yeah, it's bad. Okay, so Jeffrey, you have the visual that I have. This is just not good. Trash Can Wave says, what the funk is this? Some stuff popping off. Yes, it is. Thing is, come on, Bless Co-Productions. Again, friends, if you're just tuning in, I cannot tell you the amount of people that have allegedly been there tonight, plus that also witnessed the 2019 Astroworld event. So it appears that this event is associated with disorganization, to say the least. Thing is, Bless Company Production says, I got there at about noon and saw people staying at the main stage there. No breaks, which meant no food, no water, just to keep their spot for 12 hours. Wow. You don't give something like that out for free. I don't know what we're talking about, geez. Oh, okay. Thought they were free. My bad. What? Oh, the tickets? Oh, okay. At stadiums, they have seats on the floor level in certain amount, and the rest is the stadium seats. Exactly. But trust me, I was on the floor at my concerts. You're gonna pay to sit on the floor. So usually no one's gonna pay that amount of money to ruin the event, you know. So yeah, I just Googled, they weren't free. Okay. Think of the parents tonight. Exactly, David Mickles. I definitely shouted out those of us who are parents, those of us who may know people in Houston. You know, like I said, I mentioned earlier, my son's girlfriend is a teacher there, and I'm just thinking about the teachers and wondering if their students are safe. Absolutely, David. You know, um, he says wanting their babies to come home and hearing they never will. I'm always reminded of that and always ever grateful when things like this happen and I get to see my kids when they walk through the door. Absolutely, David. Ugh, too much. The tickets were $400, not free. So okay, so I'm gonna pay $400. So Katie, thank you for that. Free, they're about $375 each. Hopefully this tragedy changes the situation of staff and security in future festivals. Absolutely, Kaylin. Um, West Side Future says security just dropped the ball completely. I agree. But unfortunately, as Adrian said, there's going to be a whole bunch of people named and blamed and pointing fingers and everything. So, yeah. Michaela says someone really dropped the ball. People were for sure going to storm the place. I know, Michaela. I was there, medical staff, and trying to reach them was hell. That's what someone else just said. You know, they were almost allegedly blocking the vehicles from going in and storm. It was a madhouse. Like it was a madhouse. Um, Most of the time they settle. You can't leave to go to the bathroom. No, because your spot's gonna be gone. People were worried that about their okay, so we got that. So now I'm all caught up. Trash Can Wave says, whatever happened to $60 concert tickets? That went out in 1982. They said 8 confirmed dead, but I see more than 8 that were possibly lifeless, sadly. Exactly, Bless. If you're just tuning in, I explained that I have seen a lot of videos. I have seen a lot of um, firsthand accounts on Twitter, on different platforms where they are showing like they're there. And yes, there are a lot of lifeless bodies, more than 8. Okay. So I think that I'm going to go with Twitter that there's probably more than 8, but allegedly the police chief says it's just 8, but I don't know. Even at just my high school homecoming, it's insanely difficult to breathe and come out of a mosh pit without a bloody nose. My point exactly, 2K Demix. I said that a little bit earlier, just talking about just the logistics of pyrotechnics and all of that goes with mosh pits and all. Like that's just something that should be very controlled, very controlled. Someone mentioned about the restrooms at Astroworld. The restrooms in the VIP area are so much better and shorter lines. Melissa, I wish you could see the lines for the food in general admission. Girl, Alondra, this sounds like this. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what this sounds like. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Melissa. And again, I'm not on camera because it's super late and it's super late where you guys are at. And so I really appreciate you guys, hanging in. We're just talking through this. And I'm gonna be here with you. We're gonna hold hands and figure this out because I think as the time goes on, let me look at my phone and see if there's any more news. As time goes on, we're gonna learn more about this. We're gonna learn way more about this. So anyway, that is horrible. But what I was going to say is this sounds like something that during the day I would have gone home. I would have been like, let's go. I'm not staying here. I don't know. That event needed more space for people so people could breathe, etc. It should have been 75% full or 65%. Exactly. Especially when you're talking about lights and fireworks or pyrotechnics, however you want to say. So anyway, there was a stampede at a Puerto Rican day parade in New York before that was on the street. Yep, I've seen that. Any more news come out on the victims? No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. JT Coins, hello everyone. Hey y'all, I am trying to get to the tweets so we can read the tweets. I love the fact that you guys are interactive because this is my type of chat. Y'all, we are interacting and just kind of answering, and you guys are definitely giving me firsthand accounts. Shout out to those of you that were there. I'm so glad that you guys made it home safely. And we just have to see. We have to see how this is going. This ends with IDs. I know better. Alondra, I almost got the VIP, but the single tickets were too expensive, $700 to $1K, since they forced you to get the 2-day tickets. Okay, that's interesting, Blessed. So I don't know how long you've been hanging in there, but Alondra went to the 2019 event, and she had an incident where she was separated from her brother, and it was foolishness back then. So here we are in 2021, same thing. And so she got the VIP tickets, and you're saying you considered it, but they were just really, really expensive. I stayed in line for 5 hours for merch. Wow. And she was saying that. She was saying merch, using the restroom, food. Come on now. I wish I could pay over $100 for a ticket. Tyler Perry's plays weren't that much. Nope. He need to charge $20 for the ticket for those things. But yeah. Hello, JT coin rings. 1 hour for food at the shortest line in the area. Wow. Jeffrey says one-eyed ID for everything. No ID you won't belong there, period. People always benefit, never forget. I'm a detective with this stuff. It's always the elites. Yikes. I think I read that wrong. Help me out, Jeffrey. It sucks for all those people who spent money on tickets, flights, hotels, and now for day 2 to close. So much loss of life, fun, money, just terrible for all. I agree 100%. And Cara, I can't wait to see the demographic, not in a morbid kind of way, but I'm just curious to know who was there because I already have an idea. These were very young children and maybe teens with their little siblings or young adults with their siblings. We'll see. We're going to see. This is going to be very interesting to unpack. JT Coin Rings, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Really appreciate it, my friends. Actually, this year it was more space than the previous years. Oh my goodness. So they was like, oh, let's expand a little bit. Didn't work out. More super tight security at venues, etc. News on the victims will likely be limited because they are minors. Very true. We're going to get numbers, though. I paid in 2019 $850 each for stargazing. How much was this year's stargazing VIP? I stayed in line for merch 4 hours. Man, y'all are fans. Fans. Okay, wait. Okay. Oh, hold on. She says, I believe the major reason why I got separated from my brother is because the general admission crowd broke into the VIP area when Travis came out and squished all of us together. It was hectic. See, Yep. Hulk super spreader Maxine event. I think or not. Okay. You think a lot. Go to the tweets, Melissa. Go to the tweets. We so nosy. I know, girl. I'm so nosy. It's the Melissas in us. All right, here we go. Let me read one more. So many people shaming Drake and Trav for not doing anything about this to get crazy. I don't exactly, Starmeat. I don't think this is. Listen, they're going through it enough. It's almost like the the actor I covered. So if you're just tuning in, I did do this story. Alec Baldwin. It's the same thing. Like, that dude is going through enough. That was not his fault. But truthfully, there were people that thought that it was his fault. And I don't think it is. So anyway, I believe because of this situation, they will definitely have universal identification events for concerts. This adds an exercise for more security. Got you. Jeez. Fans for real, Starmate said. Wow, that's insane. And I believe, okay, so I'm gonna let y'all talk amongst yourselves. Let's get to these tweets. I'm with you, Lauren. So let's see. I'm gonna put the tweets up by themselves. Let's see. Latest. Let me do latest again. Okay, here we go. 21 seconds ago. Astroworld Festival, 8 dead and hundreds hurt after the crowd surged towards stage at rapper Travis Scott's sold-out show. So y'all see it. Y'all see it. If y'all been rocking with me from the beginning of this live, almost 2 hours ago, Melissa said it. It was hundreds, okay? And right now they're saying 8 dead, but by the morning, who knows what it's going to be. But anyway, let's see what this is. Okay, that's in French. Someone says, "Oh Lord, Houston, Texas, tragedy." So here's the view of the fence. And it says at least 11 people suffered cardiac arrest. That's the part I forgot to point out. That is the part that was very interesting with a lot of the people that are tweeting out. It's just, it's more than just being trampled. It's people were like, oh Lord, Jeffrey, you my type of person. Alec Baldwin shooting didn't happen. Trust me. Lord have mercy. Can you remove a comment? Yeah, you should be able to. I rinsed you. Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah, you definitely should be able to. Or just I don't know. You should be able to because you're a moderator. All right, so let's go back. Breaking news: 8 killed after crowd surge at Texas festival. So that's the same. Okay, look at this, y'all. Here's the scene right here. Look at the fence. So it looks like a little rinky-dink fair type situation. That's what it looks like. Someone says, I don't even know what this person is saying. I'm just scrolling. So I firmly believe Travis and those co-organized Astroworld with him should face jail time for this mass casualty event. If no one is held accountable, the charges made to safety in festivals like this one should never happen again. So again, I told you guys, people are ready to hold on. I gotta get my charger. Okay. People are ready to have Travis's head on this one. And Peter here tweeted that out. He's like, charge him. Well, we'll see. We shall see. All right. We're cooking with grease now. We're all charged up again. Miss MacBook said, okay, enough already. All right. Hearing that Houston PD are zeroing in on a man named Hunter Geardy as a suspect of selling laced drugs at the festival. So again, this is allegedly. This is allegedly, but this is a tweet. Let's see. Let me read it again. Bilal says, I'm hearing that Houston Police Department is zeroing in on a man named Hunter Geardy as a suspect of selling laced drugs. So that was a rumor from the very beginning of this whole incident as it was unfolding. Let me remove that. Cara, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you. I didn't see it. I almost missed it, and I would have felt so bad after the live if I would have ended and did not thank you immensely for this super sticker. You are the best, sister. We best friends now. I hope you know that. Like every time you come in the chat, my subscribers who are in here will tell you we're completely best friends. So thank you so much. Allegedly, it was a pop gun referring to. Oh, I'm not in that. So anyway, y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna read these tweets because y'all ain't gonna get me caught up with the Alec Baldwin thing. Nope. Oh, look, y'all. Look. Oh, no. This is a mess. child, this video ain't gonna get monetized. That's fine. Listen, it's completely fine. Listen, this looks like exactly what you said, Alondra. I'm gonna play it again. This looks like what you said, where they stormed the VIP area. And where's the security? Y'all are like, Melissa, shut up and show us. Okay, I will. Look at this. Look at this.
Hey, no, hey, tell them to get over here.
No.
Hey, y'all stay over here.
And just as I said, those are kids. Oh, it's children. Those are kids. Those are teenagers. Thankfully, I mean, I sound crazy saying thankfully they're not as young as I thought they were. But this absolutely looks like what you said, Alondra. Yes, this was definitely earlier in the day. Yep. But what I'm saying is it proves my point, and it also proves Alondra's point, where it happened at her when she was there, where people stormed. Okay, so this, man, they should have canceled that mess. They should have canceled it. All right, let's find another one. So this says the incident reportedly occurred when fans pushed towards the stage, causing a panic and injuries. So that's what this says. Around 50,000 people attended the Astroworld Festival. This is what she is tweeting out. Oh, okay. So now we have a view of the pyrotechnics and everything. Tragedy in Texas. 8 people died in a crowd. Looks like a concert didn't stop. And yeah, they didn't stop the concert. We know that. So I don't know why I clicked on this. Oh, okay, let me X out of it. Breaking news. This Astroworld news is sad AF. One of the 8 people that lost their lives was a Houston, a 10-year-old kid. Yep, so that's confirmed. So again, this is actually this looks like a picture of the press conference that I was mentioning. And this is the police chief. And he was there. She spoke. All these people spoke. And again, it's at the beginning of my live. You're going to have to rewind when we're done, and you'll be able to see. But anyway, this is the police chief that spoke, and he just they look out of it, to say it mildly. So what is this? So again, this is some part of it, whether they're waiting to get in. I don't know what it would be on the floor. There's some things very interesting. But when you think about it, if that's something that's separating VIP, for an example, or that's a barricade, that's not a lot to keep those people out. Someone was talking about the pyrotechnics earlier. So yeah, I don't want to click on that because, okay, I could, yeah, let's kiss monetization to the window, not monetization as far as this is saying. But so anyway, this is a New York Post talking about, and everyone's calling it a mass casualty event. And, you know, this is someone pretty much lifeless. Looks like they're trying to do CPR. And as I reported, yes, tomorrow has been canceled. Absolutely canceled. You have to remember that it's an active investigative crime scene, sounds like. And so the show can't go on because there's a lot of stuff that they have to go through and investigate and get forensics for and everything. So yeah, I'm with whoever is questioning why did this go on from earlier? Because the video that we showed, and listen, the police chief said it himself. It was unorganized, and they had incidents earlier today. So why'd you keep it going? Hey, Mels. Mel says there's a video of them carrying the bodies out, and people are purple from hypoxia. They are lying about the death toll. Oh yeah, Mels. We absolutely know that. We've said that. We believe that. Wow, I want to know the people who thought it wasn't going to be canceled. I know there's a lot of people that came in, even in the chat, but there are some people that are wondering, is it canceled? Absolutely. The thing with this festival is that there is no ticket limits. In 2019, Alondra says, even after they were sold out on the day of Astroworld event, Travis still put out more last minute tickets. Man, this gonna get this is a lot. This is gonna be a mess. The stage looked just like a portal to hell. Imagine the stage. You saw that. Very satanic performance, might I add. I haven't even watched it. Oh, and the entrance was Travis Scott's demonic face and mouth eating victims. Yikes. Are those race gates? Exactly. That's what I was trying to figure out. Those gates look sus. Children and teens are not raised right and don't act correct in publics. In public. Lots to blame. Absolutely. Any situation like this only gets worse when the sun goes down. Yep. You have to blame the children and the parents. Adrian says, these are children, just as I suspected. Just as I suspected. Bakar says, listen, how are these kids affording these tickets? Exactly. But there's a girl screaming for help. Oh my God, I feel sorry for her. Yep. Alondra says, this is exactly what happened. Yep, that's why I wanted to play it again so you can see it. Exactly. Okay, kind of looks like Squid Games. Yep. Okay. I'm going to have to go through. I'll go through and read y'all's comments. People spend hundreds of tickets just to die. Hundreds on tickets just to die. This is sad. It is. We got to be able to get together and behave civilly. Like, come on. It shows security being pretty aggressive. I didn't see security. I may have to go back and look at it. They should have gotten with the people who put on our rodeo each year, tens of thousands, and we never have these types of issues. Nope. I've never heard of a rodeo out of control. I mean, when we lived in Texas, for sure, I knew a little bit more about it, but yeah, no, I haven't heard anything. They're lying about the death toll. A lot of people in the chat believe that, Mel's. Absolutely. Melissa, look at this video that Millennial Cuts tweeted. Child is getting late. My parents' credit card, LOL. My little brother convinced my parents. You know what? Thank God for little parents. So anyway, Millennial Cuts. Let me see if I can find it. At least. So here's a picture of the crowd. At least, what does it say? Let me take that off. There we go. At least 8. So we're sticking with this 8 number. I don't know about that. This is the pyrotechnics and all that. Someone said fans played a part in what happened tonight. Wow. So now everyone the story is taking traction now. Okay, what's happening here? It's like a tunnel. Like, what's happening? It must be a stage. Yeah. Anyway. So there you have it, folks. Travis Scott lights up Astroworld Festival with Drake, Roddy Ricch, SZA, and a whole bunch of other people. With those people, here's what Jeffrey was talking about. This is what he was talking about. So this is 8 dead, many injured after the crowd. And so, but he was talking about the face and him eating up the people and his, yeah. I see what you're saying, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's like, yeah, definitely more than 8. I'm sure the number's going up higher and higher. Absolutely. What's so funny, Alondra? Diane, if you just tuning in, Alondra attended an Astroworld concert. And so she is responding to Kara's comment, I think, about the price of the tickets. She's not laughing at the incident. So I think she's laughing at the fact that her parents bought the tickets with their credit card. And I was like, thank God for little brothers. But I know for a fact we've been talking with her for over an hour, and she's not making light of this situation at all. She actually was separated from her little brother at the same incident we're talking about. So that's why she's laughing, because her little brother used his little brother magic to have the parents pay for it. So yeah, anyway, yes, thank you, Trash Can Waste. Yeah, that's what it is, Diana. We've been here. It's hour 2 now, so we've been here together. And if you're just tuning in, hey y'all, I am Melissa Berrien of Real Talk with Melissa Berrien. I'm normally on camera in my studio, but it's really, really late here. But you know what? I can't really decide when the breaking news happens. And so I wanted to bring you guys here to report the news, but not only report the news, give you guys a space so that you can get all your thoughts out. We can work out the conspiracies. Shout out to Jeffrey. Shout out to Trash Can Waste. Shout out to Adrian giving us and Kara giving us some legal notes and confirming some things. And so if you tuned in later, maybe definitely after the hour, you're gonna have to rewind, because I covered the press conference where the police chief was there and he was explaining everything. So yeah. Jeffrey says the news is in India. Yes, when I scrolled up, it was in India, France, everywhere. There's got to be more than just 8 or 11 deaths. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tune in tomorrow, because I will be back. Okay. I will be back because there will be more updates. I can link you to more videos of what's going on. There's ones that show people being given CPR and people trying to get medical attention. Yes, I spoke on that a little bit earlier, Blessed. I'm trying not to show videos like that. This live, YouTube doesn't take too kindly to a lot of the gruesome stuff. So I'm not really showing the videos. I did mention those videos earlier. As a matter of fact, the police chief mentioned a few, some of that. They just were overwhelmed. Bottom line, overwhelmed. Okay. The videos that Melissa is playing on Twitter just give me goosebumps. Yeah, I'm not playing any more videos. The descriptions are gruesome enough. Gate crashers at a festival was a sign of things to come, unfortunately. Exactly, somewhere in Flyover County, your absolute country. Something else for other countries to laugh at us about. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, said that. Yeah, I'm not going to show anymore because, if you're just tuning in, there are a lot of people in the chat that was there. There's one person, their dad was working the security there. And then, of course, we have Alondra, who was there in the incident of 2019 and had her own situation with her being separated from her brother, her little brother, in the crowd. And so I don't want to add to anything that's triggering. Y'all get the picture. You definitely get the picture. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Definitely hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I come back on to update this, because this is going to unfold. Yes, as Melissa said, things get crazy at festivals like this when it becomes night. But when you get an incident like this, once it becomes daylight, crazy. And I'll be camera ready. You'll be able to see me live and in color doing what I do. But in order to do that, you have to definitely hit the notification bell and hit all. So there you have it, folks. Tragedy at Astroworld in Houston. Right now they're sticking to this 8. Oh, here's the picture. They're sticking to this notion of 8 people. Let me see how big is it sharing? Okay, yeah, it's sharing very well for you guys. So this is I can't even explain what this is, but yeah, it's during the day. I don't know if this is where the tickets are being sold. I don't know if this is, like she said, the difference between the VIP and the regulars. But when you have, we've seen at least 4 videos of this. Why are you still letting the night concert happen? Well, I have one word for you: money. Money. It had to happen. At least that's what they thought. Okay. This video is apparently of a hero who tried to save lives and people were booing at him, and the cameraman was telling him to F off. Someone said, I lost faith in humanity. That's what's happening here. Someone said, unbelievable. Astroworld should never happen again. Clearly, Travis fans don't know how to act. So let's see if Travis shut off his comments. He hasn't tweeted for 10 hours. Okay? Nothing. So, yeah. The whole weird mouth thing is weird. The whole mouth thing is super weird. Okay. Let's get a few more comments. And then, like I said, I'm going to watch the news. And as soon as there is a change in the news, I will definitely be back. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button, but definitely hit the notification bell to know when I come back. If you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. Right now, do it. Do what? Make yourself at home. Continue to comment. I'm enjoying the comment section. That's one of my favorite things when I do these live streams every day. And, you know, and doing the breaking news. So I really, really appreciate you guys. Shout out to you, Jeffrey. Shout out to you. I don't have my board connected. I need to connect it real quick. Let me connect it for y'all, so I can give y'all a proper shout out. But anyway, shout out to you, Jeffrey. You were great with your commentary and everything. So hopefully you guys will stick around. Don't be surprised the death toll at least over 100 by morning. Exactly, Donovan. And I will be back. I will be back. You do know every album is blessed with evil spirits, so it sells on the radio, etc. The music masking is the problem too. Jeffrey Lane, come back. We go there. Exactly. Let them know, Trash Can Waves. Oh, we go there. We have conversations about it. It's just almost 2 a.m. here, and I want to stay on task with this. But you're in a safe place for that. So anyway, he says sacrifice. Okay, so y'all talk about that. Storm says Starmade Production says this is what I was talking about earlier. Exactly. So definitely was a race gate. Yeah, they were racing to get in. In another Travis concert, fans were jumping off balconies. What the F is going on? Exactly. ABC3 Houston just posted on their IG. Oh, what did they post, girl? Let me go check. See? Alondra, I hope you subscribe. You my girl. I got to make sure you okay. So you got we best. You my second best friend. Cara. Let's see. ABC Houston. Breaking news. Yeah, we know it's breaking news at this point. Boy, they are really holding on to this eight people thing. And it's not like we're just like hungry for more, but it just only makes sense, especially looking at the pictures that we've seen. No way. So here it is. I'm gonna show y'all. Standard share. And then I'm gonna get off here. And so here it is. This is from Houston, the update from them. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Dead. Okay. Sorry for the silence. I'm trying to connect this because it's giving us an update. All right, screen share. There we go. So this is, there's no sound, but it is giving us an update. So usually sometimes when stuff like this happens, they cut the sound. So it's the helicopter, it's the chopper. So let's watch. This is the aerial view. That's the word. So that's the parking lot. Wow. Let's see. Yep, no sound. Me rewind. So they're saying at least 8. It literally is just like an open field, like you guys said. Just an open place. All right. This chopper ain't doing nothing. So yeah. Wasn't much. They didn't show us much. I thought they were going to show us a little more than what they're doing, but it's just an aerial view of the area. So yeah. So anyway, friends, Blessed Reborn Spirit is like, Melissa, what are you doing up, girl? There was a you just tuning in with Blessed Reborn Spirit, or you're gonna catch the replay. Gang, hey, how y'all doing? We have been here for over 2 hours unpacking this tragedy in Houston, where Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival ended in just mayhem, which ended up being hundreds injured allegedly, and yes, it was very much over capacity. Hundreds injured, and they're saying 8 dead, but a lot of people are alleging and guessing that there will be more. So, Blessed Reborn Spirit, you know I'm normally on camera, and I'll be back, because I want this to unfold. You're gonna have to catch the replay. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Catch the replay. I explain everything. Adrian, shout out to you. You have been absolutely helpful. Cara, bless. I'm not even going to start naming people. Mickey or Mix, Mel's. Let me keep going. Bless Company Productions. Diana, shout out to you coming in. But again, if you're just tuning in, if you've been rocking, you know what I'm about. Like I said, the only thing is different is I'm not on camera. So if you want to hear about the update, because I will be bringing it in the morning. There was probably going to be a press conference scheduled in the morning for sure. So make sure you hit the notification bell, click all, don't just touch it. You got to move up to where it says all. And don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news. In the meantime, in between time, if you have children, go ahead and hug them and hug them a little tighter, because you were blessed to be home and they're blessed and you're blessed to have them again. See, I'm getting sleepy. But anyway, because I don't like to ramble. But anyway, y'all, it's been real. I will be back when there's more breaking news. If there's more changes, I'm going to comb through Twitter, see if I can find more things, but I will be giving you guys an update. In the meantime, be kind, get some rest. Those of you that were there, go get a nice warm bath, shower, eat, pray, meditate, do whatever it is you need to do to make sure that you remain in a safe headspace, for real. So with all hearts and minds clear, I'm going to be going through the comment section. Definitely leave a comment. I'll be talking, but I'm just going to get off live until something changes. I don't want to hold y'all. So